Will home prices go up or go down in 2023? Find out all the way until the end in this video. Hey everyone, this is Zaid Hanna with the Hanna Group, and today we are going to cover something very special. Forecast for 2023. Where is the real estate market heading? Now, of course, this information is for the Bay Area only. If you are out of state, or heck, even in a different county like Central Valley or LA, please consult with a local realtor. But let me give you some information about the area. But we're going to start with very 5 reputable institutions that have called out their forecasting moving forward here in 23. So if you look at realtor.com, they are saying by the end of the year, we will be up 5.4%. I'm going to give you their forecasting and I will give you my opinion right after. I personally think that's not going to be true. I think it'll be true maybe the first 3 months, and then we'll give that back as we head into the summer due to increased inventory. So realtor.com says we're up 5.4%. HPES, that stands for Home Price Expectation Survey. So they surveyed a lot of folks and they said we are going to be up 2.6% for the year. Okay, that's maybe closer to reality. NAR, National Association of Realtors, they're predicting 1.2% up for the year. MBA, Mortgage Banker Association, they are saying we're going to be up slightly less than 1% for the year. I kind of agree with that. Freddie Mac says we are going to be minus 0.2%, so less than 1%. That's also kind of in line what I really think we're going to end up by the end of the year. Fannie Mae says we are going to be about 1.5% below. And Zelman and Associate, actually Zelman studies housing, apartments, a lot of real estate. They're actually based out of the Bay Area. They're thinking that we're going to be about minus 5.1% by the end of the year. So I think they are going to be right closer to about September, and the market will probably go up from there due again to lack of inventory. I'm going to show you in the next graph what I mean by that. So an average of all 7 forecasts is translating into 0.4%, less than 1% growth by the end of the year. So this is a forecast of 7 major institutions, and I agree with some of it, not all of it, especially the part where it says we're going to be up 5% by the end of the year. Could be true, but I'm going to go out here and put my neck on the line and say, here's what's going to happen. As you can see in this graph, let's go back in time and see some behaviors that were consistent in 2018 to 2019 in comparison to 22, what happened last year, to what I think is going to happen this year. So in 2018, we went up 15% the first half of the year, and then we came back down and gave that growth to end the year with about 0. That happened because certain things did change, whether tariff wars with China, the monetary policy was changing, quantitative easing. Does that all sound familiar? That was 2018. That led into 19. So a lot of the sellers in that second half of 18 decided to pull their house on the market because the values were coming down. They decided not to sell. Well, as we entered January to March of 2019, we saw a shift in buyers' minds. They entered the market at a very high level and drove up the prices about 5%. Now, that 5% was slowly started to give back right after April, because that's kind of when you start seeing more inventory, less rain, beautiful flowers, better weather. So we started to go up in inventory. The prices started to stabilize and started to go down because now there's too much inventory for the buyers to pick from. So naturally, they wanted to get a better deal all the way until about September. And then right when we hit September, October, we head into the fall and winter months. That's when the inventory starts to drop. And then the buyers drove up the price because the demand continued consistent. So here's what I'm going to tell you that's going to happen for 23. I think we're going to go up 1 to maybe 4% the first 3 months. Are we going to go up to 5% like Realtor.com is saying? Maybe. We'll see. But I think we're going to go back down and give that growth and maybe end up with 1, 2, or 3% lower than where we started the year, because all the sellers from 2022 that wanted to list are going to come on the market because they're going to see this excitement and activity in the market, and we're going to have a little bit more inventory than we average here in January, February, March, pretty much the first quarter. So I think the second quarter and the third quarter we'll see an increased amount of activity that's going to give the buyers more options. And then eventually when we hit September, I think that inventory will flush out through buyers buying the property as the new inventory will decrease. and then prices will eventually go up to end the year as flat. I really predict that this year is going to be that. That's why my message out there, 2023 will be a foundational year. Of course, we'll see if consistently all the events will do what needs to be done. So if you guys need data, if you guys need information out there of if you're a seller that's in the market, that's thinking about putting the house on the market, how do you time it? If you're a buyer, how do you prepare as you are thinking about entering the market, but you're afraid because you think that, oh my gosh, is this the year where are we going to drop a little bit further? Are we going to go up? What's really happening with the rate market and everything else that's out there? We're here to guide you. Reach out 408-515-1613 and we'll give you more data. Talk to you later.